Aktia katana paikia katana ikiteshki. Ba katana pa kiaka. Giaka ta kakatishki kia. Borkia ta ka. Iakatana kakiaka. Porku tunu kukushkia tanaka kai kitini kia. Korkatana pa yakatana kiaka. Ai kitishkia. Hello guys, welcome into today's reading. Okay, I already pulled some oracle cards. Okay, so remember just to take what resonates, leave behind the rest, as this is a general message, and let's just get straight into it. Okay, we've got some amazing cards coming out. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna start here with this oracle card. It is deep replenishment. Okay, it says retreat, rest, and be held. Okay, so I looked up the meaning for it, but this really reminds me of the star card in the tarot. Okay, the star card is all about that renewal, that taking time to rest, to reorient to the self, replenishing ourselves after a really big change, a really big exertion of some kind, and even like a long journey. You know, after you've exerted yourself so much, you need time to rest, to rejuvenate the energy that's been spent. Okay, but I'll just read like a little bit from the card. So this says, the most selfless thing that you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When you're running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and the nurturing that we so deeply crave. Okay, we actually are craving it from ourselves, but we only know or think that it can come from another person, is what I'm feeling. Nothing new can grow in barren lands. Okay, so this is definitely about replenishment to grow something new. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine energy within us is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Okay, so this is also about tuning into the feminine energy that's present within us to actually nourish our own being. Okay, tend to your own well and watch as the amount that you have to give to others multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. And I just got the feeling of like leaning into attachments, leaning into addictions, coping mechanisms, okay, in order to get you through. Okay, this is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the ground and nurturing the grounding and the nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. Okay, so this is also like what like fills you up, what makes you feel abundant. It could be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using oils, snuggling up on the couch. For me, it's snuggling up on the couch, to be honest. I honestly did that yesterday. I needed it, yo. Sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, you know, just like leaning yin yoga as well. I just saw this is about giving yourself the medicine that you decide. I just saw 338. Let me look that up. 338. Leaning into what you decide is medicine so that you can nourish yourself, so that you can nourish people around you. So that's definitely the leading message. Okay, then I also got a couple of cards from this deck, the Wisdom Oracle deck. These two cards here. Okay, not sure if you've maybe seen them in other readings, but it's got Come to the Edge and Milk and Honey. I love that. I love it. It's got a rainbow on it, yo. Miracle, right? Rainbows to me mean miracles. Okay. This number. Oh my God, 338. It's a sign of abundance, divine support, and a message to trust your abilities. Embrace opportunities that will be showing up for you soon. Yo, there's a fulfilling and a prosperous journey beginning. Okay, that's going to bring in balance and harmony into your life. Okay, we love it. We love it. Okay, so when I looked up this Come to the Edge card here, Come to the Edge, it's really giving full energy. Okay, Come to the Edge. And look as well, I just grabbed some cards off here just to like do the bookmarks, and this says liberated. It feels, yeah. Let me get into it. But basically, Come to the Edge talks about having courage, taking a leap of faith, which is 100% the Fool, and overcoming fear and accepting a risk, okay? So there's definitely like a risk. I feel like the risk that you're taking right now is to do with rest and potentially resting at a time that feels risky, okay? But this is all curated by the universe in order for you to trust. Because I'm getting the feeling that you feel so strongly called to rest, but the physical circumstances in your life are kind of telling you not to, or kind of like would be pulling you into action, when in actual fact the universe is guiding you to rest. So this says facing the unknown is the only choice that you really have right now, okay, if you want to progress. So another aspect to the Fool energy is he doesn't have all the answers, he doesn't know exactly where he's even going, but he carries immense faith and trust in the unknown and in the process and in the universe, that he appears to walk off cliffs and appears to look like an absolute fool, right? But he's just so following his own heart that he evokes magic, okay? So it's okay to be afraid when facing the unknown. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, okay? And to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. Yeah, you're really facing fears at the moment. You're called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and your soul, not your head. This is a time to really not listen to your head, okay? Get out of the head, get into the heart. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. They just showed me like a baby. It's like a baby bird, right? About to jump out of the nest for the first time, right? It doesn't fully know what it's doing. It's just watched its parents so much that it mimics, it follows, it's just got to jump, right? So that's definitely playing into this. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. Well, yeah, that's where the miracles lie, right? Okay, and then let's look a little bit into this Milk and Honey. I already read it. Milk and Honey is really talking about opportunities coming in, abundance flowing, okay? The taste of prosperity. And this one says shedding your old skin. It's definitely, you're leaving something behind. Opportunities born of authenticity. So these are going to be opportunities. There's opportunities coming in here to help replenish you and to further take you into a space of your authentic self, your truer self. Trusting your needs will be met. Yes, that is the fear that you're facing, that you've got to do it all alone, okay? And the universe is putting you whatever position you're in right now in order for you to learn how true abundance can be delivered. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. Everyone wants to experience the space that you have just got yourself to, the space that you have achieved, okay? It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibility in the universe, right? There's conscious unlimitation, which means your everyday mind is starting, even your ego mind is starting to dissolve and believe and trust in the unlimited, the universe being unlimited. That's a total step in a process, right? For the mind to open up like that. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, okay, but yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. So this definitely feels like there's been detachment as well, detachment from the things that you so strongly desire, because it's almost like there's a deeper understanding or a mental expansion that's happening. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. That's the truth, right? All your needs are being met by God or the universe or a higher power, right? You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. Oh, we love it. We love it, we love it. Okay, but I also saw on the bottom of the deck, orphaned. And I feel like, look, this one says point of no return. Yeah, you're not going to be feeling like this again, okay? This is the last time, because you're facing the fear of abandonment. You're facing the fear of being alone, okay? So orphaned says a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, having the need to belong, or uncertainty about your place. Okay, and this talks about we're all meant to have connections and people within our family, society, or larger culture that we feel connected to. No man is an island. So I do feel like you're quite isolated right now. I feel like the orphaned energy is a potential like cutout or removal that's happened from people that really did have to go because they are not resonating on your level. They're not vibrating at the same level, so they have been removed, is what I'm feeling. This is all divinely curated, so don't feel bad about, even if you've had to cut people out, it's for your own nourishment, right? It's for your own ability to rest. It's so important, right? Even if they're like family members or close to you, it's like you have to do what's best for you, okay? And nourish yourself. But it also feels like the universe is coming in to help nourish you also with a gift. Yeah. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. So yeah, it's almost like where you have been has not been where you fit, right? And you're in that sort of stage of like cutting that out and leaning into the universe, taking a risk, jumping in and just trusting in the universe to provide for you. Okay, that's really coming front and center with facing the fears of scarcity, that you have to do it all on your own, right? Yeah, you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before, and you need to find a new situation, but you are being led to a new situation, okay? You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. It's okay to let go of the pressure to fit in. This is actually a really divine space to be in, when you no longer try to fit in with others and instead just learn to fit with your true self, right? It's time to move on, it says. Yo, okay. I don't think I have to tell you that though. I think you're well aware. So let's get a little bit of tarot on this message to find out what's really going on. I want to use my goals deck here. Okay, Spirit. Let's build up on this message here, please, Spirit. What does the viewer need to hear? Oh, yeah, look, Hermit. Definitely isolated. Definitely going solo is what I just heard. I feel like the Hermit, it wants to be under the milk and honey, so it feels like you're pulling out opportunities. You're finding opportunity. Oh, 6 of Wands, yo. Victory, guaranteed success, okay? It's like you're cutting out what no longer serves you, and you're willing to go it alone. And because of that, you're also reflecting on an old past journey, but you're becoming your own beacon. The journey that you're on right now is bringing you so much closer to the divine realm, to God, to spirit, to the universe, right? Wow. We've got the Empress coming out with the King of Swords. Okay, the best thing that you could have done was to release these people that needed to, or communities or whatever you've just released. So yes, you may be feeling like this orphan in this deep sense of isolation, but what I'm really getting is like it's putting you into this space of being able to attract in all that you need, create all that you need, because the Empress literally sits back on her throne and creates her world from a place of pleasure, love, happiness, joy, doing what she loves, and she attracts in all that she needs. She doesn't have to effort to receive, okay? The King of Swords, it's like, I feel like actually removing these past energies that have been clouding you is like, it's finally you're seeing clearly, hearing clearly is what I just heard. You are able to actually find the truth within, okay? There's a presence within you. Okay, this is like, no matter the fears that you're facing right now, you are remaining loyal to the truth. You are committed to the truth, okay? And you're able to see the truth immensely in others. Yeah, wow. So it's really giving the feeling like if anyone comes around, right, and is not speaking the truth, not being honest, it's like you see straight through it now. Ooh. We've got 8 of Wands. So yeah, I feel like this clarity that you now have from yourself, okay, and with you being able to take this risk, trust in the divine, lean into faith, there is immense energy. This is like a really strong momentum. I feel like you may be feeling confused because we also have this card coming out, which is the Seven of Cups, which does point to confusion and illusion and having to lean into our intuition to guide us, okay? But it actually, it came out with this three of Pentacles, which actually makes me feel like opportunities coming in, opportunities for collaboration, opportunities coming in that fit your vision, okay? And there may be a lot of offers coming in that you're having to discern against, but this truth, this clarity, this higher knowledge that you've attained through this very difficult journey, because if you think about it, the Queen of Swords is the energy of, it really represents the person that has faced a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges, okay, a lot of harsh circumstances. And the King of Swords is that energy as well, but there's a mastery that's happened through that. Okay, so you're coming up completely mastered in the mental space, which maybe in the past you weren't. I'm feeling like racing thoughts, harsh critic is what I just heard. Critic, like an over judgmental mental space. So you've cleared that out. Okay, and it's attached to these old people that were around you. And now, because of that, the momentum, it carries itself. It carries itself because there's no negative feedback that is kind of holding you back, okay? So there's a lot of opportunities that are going to be coming in for you, a lot of collaborations. We've also got the Justice card coming out, okay? So Justice is all about, it is a middle point. It's a middle point in the tarot. So it really feels like you've gained a sense of balance by removing patterns. That's how you were able to see what really needed to go, okay? And I feel like there's karma here. There's energy from the universe that is coming in to aid you at this time because you were brave enough to cut out the things that needed to go, okay? This is, yeah, definitely I'm feeling confusion through the isolation, okay? It's like, I do feel like you're constantly kind of like checking in with yourself, like, am I doing this right? Like, is this right? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Have I cut out these people for a wrong reason, for the right reason? And that is the reflection that you're doing at the 9, at the Hermit. It's a very valid step, and those questions that you're asking yourself are the shadow work. Need a drink. So it's really good. It's a good sign. Having the ability to self-reflect on the choices that we make allows us to continue to move on in a very strong and sturdy way. The veil here always makes me think of the universe. Like there's something unseen here, We are creating a new stability, a new balance, okay? There's new balance coming in with these opportunities that are showing up. So I really just feel like the things that are going to be showing up for you either now or very soon are reflecting this new state of you, this new abundant state, this new healed state of you. Okay, let's get some more info here, Spirit. Yeah. Okay, we've got sexual energy demons are feeding. So that's part of the community that you were with, okay? Maybe even ex-partners and things like that. It's giving like they had what? Okay, so how it can work is like sexual demons are essentially like parasites, energetic parasites that are created from a block within the person, okay? And the block becomes kind of like a festering pustule, gross. And because it's a block in the energetic system, it attracts these sort of entities that can also feed on it because the person's asleep. So this happens, sexual energy demons can be like incubus and succubus and kind of entities that really just attach to people who are asleep that don't know any better through ignorance, okay? But we've also got tranquility and serenity. So it feels like that was the past, that's what you've let go of, and you're moving into this tranquility and serenity, especially in the mind space, okay? You were willing to transform in the mind space because this king has butterflies. Sorry about my nails. Has butterflies on the crown, but also on the throne. And that means that you have a mind that is open and willing to expand into better ways of being. Look, it's a final goodbye. It's a final goodbye to these people. Oh, beautiful awakening. Yes, that is 100% what's happening here is you're having a beautiful awakening into a higher way of being. Oh, yo. Celestial jackpot. Celestial jackpot. That is 100% talking about the provisions that are going to be delivered to you by the universe, okay? Because you were willing to cut out these negative energies. You were willing to go it alone. You were willing to face these fears of being orphaned, being abandoned. You're willing to be left, right? Being left behind. We've also got light language activation, which is I speak light language at the start of every one of my videos as like a blessing for the space, a blessing directly from my soul, from my heart. So it feels like everyone and anyone has the ability to speak light language, okay? Ooh, otherworldly being. Yes, you are. I think this is what you're finding out about yourself by removing these people. Okay, you're finding the light within, which is that you are an otherworldly being. Look, you're doing it perfectly. We love to see it. I think that was confirmation for you and Kate for those questions that you've been asking yourself, like, have I cut these people out for a right reason? Is this a good idea, right? Does anything else want to come out here? Liberated. There's that card again. Liberated and shaman. Yeah, you are a spiritual healer, my love. You're a shaman or shamaness is able to walk the physical and the spiritual both at the same time, balanced. I just saw temperance. Liberated, my love. You are liberated from this past energy, this past dark energy, okay? You're still finding your way through it, okay? Let's just get a little bit more info here. Oh, connected. Look. So you've had to walk away from a lot, but it's so that you can become connected to the divine, connected to yourself, okay? Connected to what's true, connected to what you truly deserve, connected to a new way of being. And You're willing to go it alone. Look, unfolding. The path is unfolding. This card loves to come out at the moment, which is really telling me that the journey, look, unfolding into your higher self, and a new day is present. A new day is here for you, my love. Okay? Whether you're right at I think energetically, you're at the new day. But whether the physical reality is showing up for that, for you, showing you that right now, okay? You're literally unfolding into your higher self as you let go of these lower vibrations, as you let go of these attachments, as you take the risk and trust in the universe. You are unfolding into your highest potential, okay? What's this Eight of Wands about, Spirit? I said Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, so this Eight of Wands is a major wish coming true, my love. Major win. Yo! We've got 99 here, so that's like a big ending. Relief is coming in through receiving, radiance of love. That's what you've been leaning into, love. You've been following love, prioritizing love, following what your heart tells you, okay? And the thing that's coming in really quick for you, the momentum that's coming in, is a major wish. A major wish coming true, a major win. Celestial jackpot, right? Oh. Okay. Let me see. Look, there's a release from overcautiousness. There's that risk. Oh, scarcity mindset. Okay. Right. So this is what you've been leaving behind. Okay. This is not the new day, but this is what you've left behind, is the scarcity mindset. Facing the fears. Okay. Resting when you feel like you need to. Okay. And you're facing the fear of running out of things. You're facing the fears of perceiving limitation through rest, okay? The mind feels lost. There's that orphaned energy again. Look, addicted to busyness, my love. That's why they're saying rest. Emotional patterns are coming up at this time. And that's actually another thing about the King of Swords, is he is that practical, rational energy, that ability to see the truth when we have patterns, shadows, fears come up to the surface. Okay, so the overstimulated mental space is part of the fears, is what I just heard. Do I want to get any more? Yeah, let's get a few of these. Oh, look, love. Yes, look, that's part of the new day. And this popped over this side, melancholy. Okay, so what I'm really feeling from that is the melancholy, the heaviness, the sadness that has no origin that you're processing right now is going to be replaced with love. This is giving like stable partner coming in. Take it if it resonates. But I also feel like the love that you're focusing on, the love that you're pouring into yourself, is putting you in a higher vibrational state with this Lord energy. Okay, it's also masculine energy. The Priest card is coming out. So this is there's that spiritual and servant. Yeah, there's that spiritual service. You're a spiritual teacher, that you are the shaman, and you're serving reality. You're serving the physical world with balance, with truth, with honoring the divine realm. Oh. You are so special, my love. You're so special. You're so divine. You're needed here, right? Look. Consolation prize, which is a gift that comes in that like brings us comfort, rest after a long journey of waiting or difficulty. So there's that rest coming in. So this is definitely a time for rest for you. And there's a reunion. So the gift feels like there's someone coming in. There's someone coming in that feels like a soul reunion for you. It's unfolding naturally. There's nothing you have to do, okay? Nothing that you have to do, my love, except relax, rest, trust, surrender, right? Just surrender, because it just put it in God's hands. Whenever I see surrender, it's like put it in God's hands, give it over to the divine, and just relax. I know it sounds crazy because you've been on this like merry-go-round, this belief space of you have to do it all on your own and it has to be hard. Look, achievement. Surrender and there will be achievements. Surrender and you will receive. Look, we've got another rainbow. Oh my goodness. We've got another rainbow. Hope received is what I just said, but hope is going to be renewed at this time. It's giving a lot of star energy, which is, yeah, they keep showing me the star. So this is like recovering after a long journey, leaning into hope, having hope restored at this time by your ability to lean into faith and trust that what you receive, what your intuition is telling you is true, right? And then we've also got boundaries to this side, boundaries, which makes me feel like right now you need to, it's advised, or the boundaries that you have in place right now to the old life, to the old way of being, to the old people is exactly on point, okay? And don't be afraid to be assertive is what I just heard. I just saw 31, 44. So this is like, you have a foundation that is strong in protection. You are highly protected. Your journey is highly protected because you've proven yourself in the way, not that we have to prove ourselves, but you have committed and remained devoted to a spiritual path that you're on right now. And it's really uplifting you. It's bringing you to a brand new level, and it's all unfolding very naturally. And it is reflecting out your higher self into the physical, which makes you it leads you to become a natural leader. It leads you to being a source of hope for those that need it, just by simply you being yourself. Isn't that just so beautiful? Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I'm going to leave it there. As she gets some more cards. I just saw 32. So that's 5, which is huge change. Incubus and succubus. Literally what I was talking about before. Confirmation. Trust the signs that you're getting right now. They are literally speaking truth. Surrender to the signs. Surrender to relaxing. Everything is under construction right now. If you sense or hear construction going on around you, it's a sign. In between two timelines, literally the old timeline of the orphaned energy, the being left behind, right? Being forgotten. It's being replaced with love for the journey that you're on, respect, gratitude, all these things I'm hearing. Anything else before I close out? Yeah, you are the black sheep. You are the black sheep. You're being guided. Trust your intuition right now. Trust it. That message is coming through strong. You're a black sheep of the family, right? Scapegoat. You are part of the spiritual elite of the future. Okay, that's what I just felt. And you've been a black sheep your whole life, right? Always left out, always forgotten, abandoned, ghosted as well. I hate that. It's such a thing that exists in this society, and it's a horrible way to treat anyone. It's actually quite traumatizing being ghosted, honestly, because it's just another form of abandonment. People do deserve respect, you know? So I am going to leave it there. I really hope this message finds you well. That was so exciting. This is really good stuff. Keep going. You've got this. And I'm sending you so much love. Follow for more, and I'll see you in a future video. Sending you love.